What is the value of desperation? What is the value of desperation? The No Way Out Podcast, episode 36, powered by 29 Sky Entertainment. Shout out to my brother Psychotron. From New Orleans to London, his name reigns supreme. Shout out to G Hendrix. I see you, King. Music Hype Beast, the #1 podcast network for independent voices across the world. What is the value of desperation? Have you ever met someone that they constantly perform at a high level? They constantly do the same exact thing every single day. They rarely have a day off. They measure twice, cut once. Everything to them is important. If they say that they will call you back, they call you back. If they say they love you, they love you. If they say they're going to be there for you, they're going to be there for you. If they say, I got you, they have you. They rarely ever break their promises. They're organized. They have extreme follow-up skill. Their discipline is unparalleled, basically matchless, unrivaled. Every day you see them perform at this high level, and people marvel at individuals like that because they cannot figure out, why is that person so focused, so determined, so uninterrupted, so non-distracted with everything that's going on? Everything in their life is measured. How much TV they watch, what they consume, what they read, who they hang out with, what they wear, what they drive. Their credit is good. Paying bills on time. All these different components make up their universe. I met someone like this one day, and I asked him a very simple question. Tell me why you so relentless in your pursuit of what you believe. And this older Asian gentleman told me, he said, I'm desperate. I came from nothing. I came from squalor. I came from the dirt. I'm an immigrant. Nothing was given to me. To have an opportunity to set my family up and my family legacy up and create generational wealth is something that I'm afraid of and something that I fight for every single day at the same time. You cannot put a price on desperation. The power, the value of desperation is priceless because the people you see that are constantly in the front, they're not in the front because they don't fear something. They're not in the front because they don't understand consequence. That desperation fuels them to stay in the front because they know what happens if they let their foot off the gas. Michael Jordan never went to a Game 7 in the finals. In the infamous Game 6 against the Phoenix Suns in 1993, he told the team, don't pack a overnight bag on the team bus. He was playing against Charles Barkley, who was the MVP of the 1993 season. He said, do not pack an overnight bag. We are not staying in Phoenix. We are going home. Michael was desperate never to have a loss on his record when he was in the finals. That fueled him. The pain of losing, the pain of saying somebody else is champion, watching somebody else hold up a trophy as NBA world champions drove him out of his mind. Like he said in the Last Dance, leadership has a cost. Winning has a cost. It's a cost most people are not willing to pay. But what fuels that cost is desperation. When you are desperate enough to achieve the things you want, that will propel you every single day to send that email. Start listening to those books on Audible. To start examining who your friends are. To start examining how much time you spend wasting with people that bring no value to your life. You will start looking at Instagram different. You will start looking at what you post differently. You will start to think about every single thing you do because now it is tied to the dream, to the purpose, to the movement. When someone says, hey, Nipsey, you're selling a CD for $1,000, nobody's going to buy that. He knew people were going to buy it. That's why Jay-Z went and bought 10 copies and spent $10,000. When people sold mixtapes for free. See the oxymoron? People sold mixtapes for free. He was selling for $1,000. He still has a company called Proud to Pay. That business model was over a decade ago. And some of you all still do not understand the value of being desperate enough to create something so great that people will pay what you ask. See, when you create something that's powerful, you set the price. Even when people don't want it, they eventually come up with the money. If you are desperate enough, you will be tired of seeing someone live your dream. Someone drive the car you want. Someone with better credit get financing with a 0% APR. You will want that for yourself. You know why? Because you're human. And if you really care about your soul, you got to feed it. Desperation feeds the soul. When someone isn't desperate, their soul is empty. Their soul is empty. That's what I love about Good Times. Florida Evans' soul was never empty. She always fed her soul with integrity, with goodwill, with righteousness. She never cursed. She was always trying to get her family to do the right things. Focus on blessings and lessons and not on failures. She was desperate to keep her family safe, incredible, and honorable. You see, when you let desperation propel you, that means you have an acute understanding of your surroundings. That means you know where you are. You know your flaws. You've admitted to those flaws. You've admitted to those mistakes. You understand your weaknesses. You appreciate your strengths. And now you're willing to invest into making yourself better. To be the best version of you. Nobody can compete with the best version of you because it's you. You do know there's like 9 billion people on the earth and nobody's the same. Isn't that crazy? No matter what you believe in life, just know that there are 9 billion people on this planet and nobody is the same. I don't think a human can do that. Everybody's different. Everybody thinks different. Everybody has a different vision. There isn't one electric company. There's a lot of them. Rivian, Tesla. There isn't one cell phone. There's a lot of them. There's different ones. Vision. But all these people who run these companies are desperate to create the next big thing. That's what pushes Samsung to keep going because no matter what, they hate Apple and Apple hates them. You wouldn't believe the conversation McDonald's has about Burger King. They'll never be us. They still don't have a mascot. They still don't have a carrot. They still don't have a symbol. We're the apple of America's eye. They still want to crush Burger King every single day. There's no competition. McDonald's is desperate for that. That is why they spend more money on advertising than any other company. Doesn't matter what In-N-Out Burger does. It will never be McDonald's. Because McDonald's is always desperate to let you know why we are king, why we are the real empire, the greatest American business story ever created and told. Shout out to Ray Kroc. What you believe in, what you want to come true only becomes within the vision of manifestation when you are desperate enough. Because anything is possible if you're willing to pay the price of discipline and sacrifice to ensure that it comes through. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. The value of desperation is what separates average from greatness. From CEOs to workers, to owners and general managers, from athletes to athletes/business owners. Magic Johnson was desperate to become a billionaire and create wealth outside of the game. He wanted to be a businessman. And he said, he met with somebody and they told him, you have to hire the best lawyer, the best financial people, the best this, the best that, the best accountant in every division of your life. And that's what he did. Magic Johnson only made probably $50 million playing sports. He created a $1 billion empire away from it. Think about it. Because he invested into everything that was going to ensure his future. Because he was desperate to do it. Just because you have a lot doesn't mean you have to do anything. Inspiration doesn't fuel from abundance. Inspiration fuels from natural creation. That's the great thing. You ever meet somebody with money, they haven't done anything, they get around people who have all these big companies, they came for nothing, they feel 1 foot tall because they've never really done anything. So they just have money. If money is all you have, you're broke. Creating something that people deem invaluable is what's valuable. But only people that are desperate understand that. Because every day you have to ensure that your dream is still relevant, innovative, and on the cutting edge and ahead of the curve. Otherwise, you will become a dinosaur overnight. Blockbuster, Kodak. What is the value of desperation? It's priceless. Only if you understand truly what desperation is. The No Way Out Podcast, episode 36, 29 Sky Entertainment, Psychotron, Music Hype Beast, Marathon Life.